Hi, this is CK at CK Education, and today I want to talk about getting results. How do you get results in something? Last time I talked about people working really, really hard, but they're not getting the results because they're not working on the right things. So it's very possible that you work hard, but you're working it the wrong way. You're not using the right methods. You're just following the crowd. You're just doing what everybody else is doing and wondering, man, why isn't it working for me? Maybe the method that the crowd is using is wrong. Maybe that the method that you're using is not the right method, and so you're not getting the results that you want. Maybe what you're doing is not a direct causation to the thing that you want. You got to work on that thing that causes this to happen. There are many people who work very hard who want this thing, but they're working on things that don't get them there. It gets here and here and here and here, but it not here. So you got to figure out what is the thing that will get me here. Okay, and here can be what is here is financial independence. What does that mean? That means I'm debt free. Okay, so first of all, you got to have very, very specific, detailed goals. When you say someone says, "I want to be financially free," what does that mean? Financially free. Okay. But if someone says, for example, I want to pay off all of my debt. I want to pay, again, what does that mean? What debt do you have? Well, I want to pay off my credit cards. How much credit card loans do you have? How much credit card debt do you have? How much is the minimum payment every month? And what is the balance on each of the credit cards? And if you pay the minimum balance, will you ever pay it off? No. Then if you pay, how much extra do you have to pay in order for you to pay it off in 6 months? You got to go very, very detailed. Oh, well, my thing here is I want to pay off my mortgage. Okay, so how much do you have left in your mortgage, right? And what is the minimum monthly payment every month? How much extra can you pay? And if you pay the extra, how long will it take for you to pay it off? People don't even have the details and they want to get to their goals. It doesn't happen like that. You have to be very meticulous. You have to be very detailed. If someone says, I want to make sure that I get good grades, or I want to make sure that I get a certain score on a certain test. I want to make sure that I have a certain job. I want to make a certain amount of money. I want to, improve my health. Okay, as long as the goal is general, it probably won't get reached, because that's like saying, I just want to be happy. What in the world does that mean? I just want to be, I just want to be successful. That's too broad. Okay. There are no, what steps would I take to get to, I just want to be successful, right? So well, what does that mean, success? Well, it means these 5 things. And then you got to go a step down. Okay, for that, let's just pick one of those things. And then tell me more details about that. Okay, now that's something attainable. Now, what do I have to do every day to get there, right? What do I have to do? So you got to make it detailed. And if you make it detailed and you figure out the things you must do, the sacrifices you must make, the resources that you will need, the knowledge that you will have to gain, the people that you will have to ask, whatever the thing is to get to that goal, now we're moving. So first, make sure that you are doing the right things to get to those goals. And make sure that those goals are specific, and make sure the details in getting there are very specific. Okay, I'm just sort of recapping things that I've said before, okay, in previous videos. Today, you might be doing the right thing. Maybe you are doing the right thing. And you're working hard. You're still not getting there. So let me give you another thing. You're doing the right thing. You're working hard. But you're still not getting there. Why? Maybe you're not working hard enough. Now, you might say, no, man, I'm working hard. Other people working 40 hours a week. I'm working 50 hours a week. I said, wow, that's okay. Can you work 60? He said, I don't want to get burned out. Okay. But here's the thing. What takes somebody 2 hours to do every day, just example, to do something, it might take you 4 hours to get the same result. Somebody else might get something after 2 explanations. I might take 10 explanations for me to grasp it. Say, oh, I get it. Okay. It might take somebody a certain amount of hours per day to get that result. It may take you or me twice as many hours as that person to get the same result. So here's what you got to understand. You may not be working hard enough. You might be thinking you're working hard because you're looking at people around you who don't work very hard. And you may indeed be working hard compared to those people, but don't compare to those people. You got to work hard enough to get the results that you want, you see. If you're doing the right things, maybe you're not working hard enough. Again, when I say these things, it's something that I have in my own life implement and try to do as well. I don't want to talk about things I don't know. I don't want to give advice on things that I have no experience in. When I started this business, I didn't know anything about SAT. I'm in the SAT, in case you didn't know. I'm in the SAT college prep business, and I've been doing this for about 13 years now. And I love it. I love it. I can't go back to working for someone. Okay, I mean, I can't do that anymore. I just love being an entrepreneur. But I was an employee for many years. I was an engineer, and if you know my background, I did a lot of things. About 15 years before I did this. I was never an entrepreneur before. I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship. I certainly didn't know anything about the education business. And so when I got into it, I had to haul butt. I mean, I had to work my butt off. I didn't care how many hours people were working. I wasn't comparing myself to anybody. I just did what I had to do. And what I had to do in the first 5 or 6 years of this was I was working 7 days a week, probably 10 hours a day, 363 days a year. I remember back in the early years, I would take Christmas Day off and Thanksgiving Day off, and I would work every other day. Literally, I'm working 363 days a year, and I'm working 7 days a week, and I'm working an average of, I don't know, probably 10 hours a day. Some days on Saturdays, I work 10 in the morning to 11:30 at night straight, 13 and a half hours a day. So when someone tells me, man, I'm working hard, I worked 45 hours this week, I don't understand why I'm not making enough money, I don't understand why my business isn't growing, I'm thinking in my mind or sometimes out loud, and I'll tell them, if I'm honest with them, if I think I can say this to them, you're not working hard enough. Well, how hard do I have to work? You got to work until you get there. You got to work hard enough. You got to work enough to get the results you want. You got to work enough to get the business momentum going. It doesn't just happen. So I had to put in 5, 6, 7 years of that so that the business got going, got rolling. And once it gets rolling, now I'm paring back. It wasn't my intent to work that many hours or that many days of the year indefinitely. I mean, I think people would burn out. I would burn out. But I knew that I had to do it for a while. And I didn't make I didn't set a deadline. I didn't say, okay, I'm going to do that only for 3 years. I did it until I had to do it. Okay. So I'm just saying, I was doing the right things. I was working hard. But I had to work harder than I thought I did. I never worked that hard as an employee. When I was an engineer, as a consultant, when I was doing that, I never worked that many hours ever. I mean, if my boss told me to come in on a Saturday, I'd be like, oh man, are you serious? But not as an entrepreneur. Nobody's forcing me to, but I worked 13 and a half hours straight on Saturdays. Sundays, I'd work too, So nobody forced me to do it, but I just did what I had to do. And so I'm encouraging you, if you want results, and whatever the thing is, it doesn't have to be business. It can be academics. It can be your health. It can be relationships, whatever it is. You got to plow through until you break through. You got to plow through until you get a breakthrough. And, well, how long do I have to do that for? I don't know. It might be longer than you think. It might be shorter than you think. But you got to just plow through. You got to work harder than you're working. If the number of hours, the number of days that you are working now isn't getting there, and you're sure that you're doing the right thing, then you're not working hard enough. Okay? I honestly think that most times, and this is why in my previous video I said you got to make sure you're doing the right things, because I think that's the majority of cases the root cause problem is that people aren't working on the right things. But assuming you are working on the right things, you are doing it the right way, then you're probably not working hard enough. You're thinking that what you're doing is enough, but it's not enough. It's not enough for you. Yeah, but my friend over there, somebody I know, whatever, they're doing it. Again, it doesn't matter what they're doing. It's not enough for you. It wasn't enough for me. I had to do it more, and you have to work more. So, if you really want those results, if those results are really important to you, that's what you got to do. There is no easy, shortcut way around it. There's no shortcut to success. It's called hard work and sacrifice and sowing the seeds every single day, so that at some point when you get there, oh, you reap the harvest. And when you reap the harvest, then you're like, man, all the work I put in, all the hours I put in, man, it's good. It's good. And it's good today for me because I knew I put those hours in. I have no regrets. I love doing it. I love doing it. I don't think I could do it today. I mean, I pared down, my hours because, two motivations. I wanted to spend more time with my kids for sure, but also because I knew I can't, nobody can work that many hours indefinitely. And you shouldn't. I'm not even saying you should. I'm just saying for a time, you have to get the momentum. Okay. And then you start quickly figuring out, okay, how do I do it more efficiently? So I can get the same results with less work. And you got to figure those things out. But in the beginning, sometimes for many years, you just got to put in more work. So I wanted to share that with you today. If you're not getting the results, make sure you're doing the right thing. If you're doing the right thing but not getting it, you're probably not working hard enough. So work on those two things, and I think you'll see better results. I hope you do. I hope you do. So I'm going to end the video here. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and I will read them, and I will correspond with you. Thanks for watching this video up to this point. And there are, 130, 140 videos on my channel. Use it to your advantage. It's all free. It's for your benefit. So please use it, watch it, and I hope that your life is improved because of it. But thanks for watching this video, and until my next one, please stay well.